In our last class, we started with regression. So, what does regression do? Regression helps us to find a mathematical relationship between x and y, with the help of which we'll be able to find the value of one variable when the other is provided to us. We were given two formulas. There are two lines of regression. One is y on x and the other is x on y. How many regression coefficients are there? There are two regression coefficients. One is byx and the other is bxy. But there is only one correlation coefficient, that is r. In our last class, we learned how to form lean lines of y, regression of y on x and x on y. Today, what we are going to learn are properties. Okay, it's a very important part. Mainly the questions are asked from here. Properties of regression lines. First, the regression coefficients, both byx as well as bxy, the regression coefficients are unchanged. They are not affected by change of origin, but are affected by scale. But are affected by scale. For example, if we have u x minus a by b, we have v y minus b by q, then byx. Y is divided by q, x is divided by p. Y changes to v, x changes to u. If it would have been bxy, denominator of x is p, denominator of y is q, x changes to u, y changes to v. For example, if byx is 0.35 and 2x plus 3u equal 5, 3y minus 2v equals 6. Find bvu. So what we need to do is we need to first write u and v in this term where the coefficient of x and y is 1. So first equation, 2x plus 3u equal y. Isolate u, 5 minus 2x by 3. But right now the coefficient of x is minus 2. I can't have that. So we will divide each and every term by minus 2. We'll divide each and every term by minus 2. Then similarly, 3y minus 2v equals 6. So 2v is 3y minus 6. Divide everything by 2. But we don't want the coefficient to be something for y. So we divide each term by 3. This is v. So byx, the denominator of y is 2 by 3. The denominator of x is minus 3 by 2. Y changes to v, x changes to u. Now this was 0.35. This is minus 4 by 9 bvu. So from here, bvu will be 0.35 into 9 divided by minus 4. Answer is minus 0.7875. That should be the answer.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, try this. U plus 3x is 10 and 2y plus 5v is 25. If byx is 0.80, you need to tell me what will be bvu. Calculate. What happened? Did you all get the answer? First one, u plus 3x is 10. So u is 10 minus 3x. Nothing in the denominator, so 1. But we can't have a coefficient for x. So we divide each of the number by minus 3. Then 2y plus 5v equal 25. So v is 25 minus 2y by 5. We divide all the numbers by minus 2. So byx. Y is divided by minus 5 by 2. X is divided by minus 1 by 3. Y changes to v. X changes to u. This is 0.80 minus minus cancelled. 15 by 2. BVU. So this will be 0.80 into 2 by 15. BVU, which is 0.1066, so 107. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 2. How many lines of regression are there?
Two.
Two. There are two lines of regression. The two lines of regression meet at x bar y bar. That means their means. That means if you give me two lines of regression, when I solve them, The value of x and y that I get will be nothing but the mean of x and y. Will be the mean of x and y. For example, if you give me 7x minus 3y equals to 18 and 4x minus y equal 11. These are two lines of regression. These are two lines of regression. Okay. So what we can do is we can solve them. The value of x and y that we get is what will be the mean of x. So how can we solve that? First equation remains as it is. Second is multiplied by 3. Subtracting them. Minus 5x is minus 15. So x will be 3. Put this value in any one equation. Y is 1. That means mean of x is 3 and mean of y is 1. Mean of x will be 3 and mean of y will be 1. Is it understood? What we could have also done is trial and error. What we could have also done is trial and error. For example, 2x plus 3y equal minus 1. 5x plus 6y equal minus 1. These are the two lines of a regression. We have to find mean. Options are 1 minus 1, minus 1 comma 1, minus 1 minus 1, d 2 comma 3. So do trial and error and see which of the coordinates satisfies both the equations. Which coordinate will satisfy both the equations? This is x, this is y. First x coordinate, second y coordinate. So if I try for point first one, 2x plus 3y equal minus 1. Instead of x, put 1. Instead of y, put minus 1. It's correct. Put it in the second equation. This is also correct. So this particular value is the answer. If I would have tried minus 1, 1. This is wrong. So this would not have given me the answer. So what we can also do is if both the means are given, both x and y are given, then we can also do trial and error. But we need to know this also because sometimes they only ask x. If they only ask us x, then we can't do trial and error. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, understood? Third property. The regression coefficients byx and bxy and the correlation coefficient are, are all of the same sign, are all of the same sign. So either all the three will be positive or all the three will be negative. You can never have one of them positive and the others negative. That can never happen. No exceptions. Four, the correlation coefficient is the geometric mean of the two regression coefficient. How do we find geometric mean of A and B? The geometric mean is root AB. So in this case, the correlation coefficient R is the geometric mean of the two regression coefficient. If both of them are positive, then R will also be positive. If both of them are negative, then R will also be negative. Did you all understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, using these two properties, we'll do the most important sum that almost most certainly always comes. Always, I'm saying. Numbers may change, but the pattern always comes. Question. 7x minus 3y equal 18. 4x minus y equal 11. Identify the regression equation of y on x. There are two lines given. One will be y on x and the other will be x on y. We need to tell which one is which. We have to find out which one will be which case. Is it okay? Question understood? When we talk about y on x, the formula was y is equal to a plus bx, where this b was byx. When we talked about x on y, x was a plus by. This b was bxy. So what we will do here is we'll assume something. Let suppose the first line is y on x. Suppose. So in this, we are going to express it in this format. We are going to isolate y. Divide everything by 3. So now if you compare, the coefficient of x is what? Byx. Still here, any doubt?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
And automatically then the second equation would be x on y. This is x on y. So here isolate x. And here the coefficient of y will be bxy. Will be bxy. Note. So we knew that r is under root of this. So r square will be byx and bxy product. Value of r was between -1 and 1. R square will be between 0 and 1. So the product, whatever I have assumed, if byx and bxy are of opposite sign, is it allowed? One positive and one negative?
No, ma'am.
We just wrote here, all the three have to be of the same sign. So it can't be that one of them is positive and the other negative. But if you get it in a sum, then the given lines, are not regression lines. The given lines are not regression lines. If they are both positive or both negative, then you see the product. The product is what? R square. And if that comes out to be more than 1, then assumption is wrong. Then our assumption is wrong. Switch. And if the product, which gives us R square, is less than 1, then we are correct. So here what we will do is, we have already got these two. So if I multiply byx into bxy, I get 7 by 12, which is more than 1 or less than 1?
Less than 1.
Less than 1. That means the third conclusion, our assumption is correct. Yes,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
means the line that I assume that this is y on x is correct. That the first line is y on x is correct. Understood? If
Yes,
it
ma'am.
would have come out to be more than 1, that means this would have been x on y and the second line would have been y on x. We would have solved it. All of you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And here, if they would have asked us to find r will be root over 7 by 12 and positive because both of them are positive. So what is the value of r?
0.763.
0.763. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Question. Again, identify y on x. First equation is 3x plus y equal 13. Second is 2x plus 5y equal 20. Again, we will assume let this be y on x and this be x on y. So in the first one, we are going to isolate which variable?
Y.
Y. From here, we will get the coefficient of x is minus 3. So this is what? Byx. The second, we will isolate x. So bxy is minus 5 by 2. Both are negative. So they are regression lines. Now what we will do? We'll find their product. Is it greater than 1 or lesser than 1?
Greater.
It is greater than 1. That means our assumption is wrong. Our assumption is wrong. That means the first line, this is x on y. Yes. And the second line is y on x. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the first
Yes,
one,
ma'am.
isolate x and tell me what will be bxy. Isolate x.
Minus 1 by 3.
Basically reciprocal of what we obtained here. What will be byx then? Reciprocal of this?
Minus 2 by 5.
Minus 2 by 5. Now r square is their product. So r will be
0.133.
0.
0.365.
But both of them were negative now. So r will also be negative. R, byx and bxy are all of the same sign. Since both of them were negative, so r will also be negative. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Try this question. 2x minus 3y equal 10. 3x plus 4y equal 15. Tell me which one is which. Answer?
Point 942.
Which one is y on x? Which line is y on x? If I assume this line to be y on x, isolate y. So byx is 2 by 3. So this will automatically you have to assume to be x on y. Isolate x. So bxy is minus 4 by 3. One of them is negative and the other is positive. Is it allowed?
No.
So they are not regression lines. They are not regression line. So you may have option as not regression line, or you may have none of these. So click none, tick none of these. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Point number 5 or 6, I guess. Theory points now. If R is 0, then regression lines are perpendicular to each other. If R is 1 or minus 1, that is plus minus 1, then the lines coincide. Lines coincide. Then coefficient of determination. This is R square. They can also ask you what is the probability that they are accounted for. And if they ask you percentage, then calculate R square and then multiply by 100. If they ask you in percentage. Coefficient of non-determination. This will be 1 minus R square. This will be 1 minus R square. Nine. This I've already done. That's it. Okay. These are the points for correlation and regression. End of the chapter. Any doubts? Okay.